Hey everybody, it's the Modern Native. Hanging out today. I got picked up by my buddy Chris. Awesome dude. He picked me up so I could come down and upload, check my stuff, use the Wi-Fi, charge up some stuff, and hopefully be able to go down to the store and get some food. Got a great view, so figured I would do a live stream, hang out with everybody, see who wants to hang out, see who comes around. But yeah, doing a trail update, fundraising, and stuff like that. So see who comes around, see who hangs out, see who says hi. Pretty sore today. It's been this last move wasn't that far, and it wasn't even that rough. But for some reason, it just hit so much harder. It was really just wore us down. But Silver Serpent, how's it going? Western Barnacles, how's it going? Afternoon. Looking fresh. It's a beautiful view behind me, so I figured I would use it. Hoping the wind isn't going to be too bad. So. Are either of you on my Facebook group, the Modern Native group? Either of you on there? I think Silver Serpent might be. I don't remember. Yes, it's pretty nice. It's windy though. Slightly chilly, but it's not bad. Either of you are on my group. I'd appreciate it if you could share this out onto the group, let people know I'm live. I didn't schedule it, so I didn't pop it up and be able to share it before I went live. But you could do that for me. I'd appreciate it. Oh, that's right. You don't do Facebook. I know Blissern Barnacles just made his, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you were on my group. I think I invited you, but so how's everybody doing? It's been windy, like I said. I have to move over here so the wind doesn't catch me as much. There. Yeah, you guys are usually the ones that are hanging out first. You guys are my first live stream guys, almost always. Yeah, it was actually pretty warm on Saturday. It was pretty warm, quite a bit. And we were moving that day, so it was one of those. It was overcast, but it was warm, and there was a lot of moisture in the air, and it was just muggy. Kept like not raining, but just like throwing some drops on us here and there. The clouds were weeping. It's a little chillier today, but and actually, I have the wife's phone with me. I could grab that and watch this on hers and share it. I might just do that in a minute. See who comes in, see who hangs out. Then I might grab that. People start coming in, hanging out. I'm shaded by the cabin that we're hanging out at. So yeah, my buddy Chris, I was walking back from town one day and I randomly just saw him working on the roof, and I was like, "Hey, would you be willing to give me a ride back up to the trail?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, in a minute." And hung out with him for a bit. Super cool dude. Hi Laura, how's it going? Yes, it's a big lake. This is only one part of it. So how you been, Laura? Haven't seen you in a bit. I've been seeing your comments. I'm doing a quick update live, hanging out, and it's going all right, Squirrel. I'm just trying to do some fundraising because my buddy Chris, he picked me up and brought me down so I could use the Wi-Fi and stuff. So that way, he's gonna take me down to the store before I go back up to the trail. Gonna try to get some food. It's gonna be one of the last times probably I'll be able to come down. Probably be the last time I can come down because we got to start moving forwards. Looks like the ride to the NCT isn't going to work out, so we're just gonna have to push through. But we'll manage. I always figure something out. Something always works, and it kind of works out because we're going to be going through the trail area that the wife and I, when we first met up, we went camping uh, up at this spot. So we actually kind of really wanted to go back up to that spot when we were going through. So it works out. Yeah, it'll be nice to revisit that area, kind of like super extended delayed honeymoon. But well, that's good. That's good that you're getting your wood stove put in. And we are pushing forward, Squirrel. It's been really slow. Takes us all day to move. Even 3 miles takes us all day, and that's even with me going back at dark and grabbing some of the last stuff and bringing it up. But we've been breaking stuff down and cutting things down, packing it differently. I've been just sucking it up and putting packs on that weigh about as much as me. So, and the one weighed more. I couldn't do that more than a couple of times, so we reorganized it a little bit so it's just slightly about matching my body weight, carrying a 160-pound pack, and that's not even half of it. So it was a push. It was heavy. Squirrel, actually, can you share this on the Modern Native group for me on Facebook? Or Laura, I think you're part of that too. And it says we got 7 hanging out. So if anybody is on the Modern Native group on Facebook, if you can share this on there for me, please, I'd appreciate it. I didn't get the chance to before I started. If nobody does, I'll be grabbing the wife's phone for a minute, logging on and getting it sent up. But boy, is it windy. I hope you guys can hear me all right. Tried to position it so that way it wasn't going to get blasted by the wind the whole time. Yeesh. Windy. The wife's up at camp on the trail. Hopefully none of those trees break, fall, or nothing. Hopefully the tarps don't get torn out by us. Hey, Bud Files, how's it going? Try to block the wind a little bit. That's all right, Laura. I understand. Nobody really likes Facebook. I don't like Facebook. Ooh. Sure, I start my live stream and it wants to just. Yeah, my gloves are all sorts of torn up now. they're just falling apart. But to where I'm constantly using them all the time, it just keeps my hands from getting cut up and messed up. With my feet getting torn up, because my boots are all crappy, it just, I need my hands to not be messed up. Yeah, I'm doing some fundraising today. Like I said, Chris is going to be taking me down to the store in a little bit. I do have a few bucks from my Patreon, but I'm hoping to raise even just a few funds. Oh yeah, I've already toned up quite a bit. I've got new muscle groups forming. My wings extended around the side of my ribs. My tricep just fucking exploded underneath my arm. But the wife has slimmed down quite a bit. She's dropped like 50 pounds already easily since we started this whole thing. Her stomach's almost flat now. She's actually losing so much weight. She's got the extra skin kind of thing going on, because she's shedding so much weight so fast that it's not retracting fast enough to keep it tight. Probably have to figure out some sort of lotion or something eventually. But carrying all that weight, I'm definitely forming a lot more muscle. Actually, I do have a few physique checks that I am going to be including. I'm originally started doing it for my fitness channel that I do, but I might end up including it on here too. Wish I could get the camera to focus on me so it'll not have that so bright, but trying to figure out the spot to stand. There, now you can see my face a little better. I'm gonna sprout some antlers. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, then I'd have a rack I could hang things on. But yeah, we're going full woodwind right now. But we're doing all right. Health wise, we're fine. No major injuries yet. Twisted ankles, a lot of them, and my shoulder likes to dislocate on every move. So it's one of those. I take a load up. If it pops out while I'm doing that, I have to stop, lean up on a tree, and pop it back into place. Speaking of, and but I've spent so much time with my shoulder being dislocated that I can still put a pack on and walk with it even if my shoulder's dislocated. Because sometimes when it pops out, it just doesn't want to go back in. Can everybody hear me all right? Is the wind being that bad with it? Let me know. I want to make sure my audio is clear. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the view for like 30 seconds while I grab the wife's phone. Walked right by you. Okay, so that's not bad at least. I actually do have a spear. You remember that survival shovel I had that breaks down into pieces and fits in the pack? I've got it's got a spear included right in it. That's interesting. I didn't know the wife already was able to create a post. Uh, Damn. Sorry, just sharing that on Modern Native group. My wife tagged me in a post. I know. So there we go. Alrighty, everybody. I appreciate your patience. And I appreciate the thumbs up. And anybody who shares this out and around, I definitely appreciate it. But spearfishing is illegal, so I can't actually do that. But I mean, coming down, if it comes down to it, it's one of those. That's the only option. If that's what my survival needs, then I'll do what I need to do. But I'm trying to avoid that. There we go. Wow, she already has a community page? 21 subscribers. How does she have a community page? That is so weird. Hey, I don't care. So we've been refiguring how we're carrying stuff and doing everything. It is getting easier, but mileage is still tough to make. But food is definitely getting harder to handle. See, I've always wanted to go bow fishing. I mean, I can make a bow, I can make arrows. I got my thin black line, and I can also make cordage from inner bark and stuff like that. So I mean, I could make a bow fishing kit, but again, not licensed or anything like that. So that would have to be a last resort, survival is at stake kind of thing. Um, wish I knew like what the actual, if that is a loophole, if you are in a survival situation, if you break regulations, can they still get you for that? But I'm pretty sure they can. It's one of those things. It doesn't matter what your situation is. If you're breaking the law, you're breaking the law. So I'm trying to stay within the regulations. I didn't have enough time or money to be able to get a hunting or fishing license. Fishing license costs like 25, 30 bucks as it is. So I had other priorities. But I'm hoping we can raise just a little bit of funds at least so I can get some food, be able to get some stuff, and we'll be able to continue on to the next town. We're like, let's see, it's 13 for that one. Pretty sure we're like 20, 30 miles from the next town, but we'll get there. I mean, if we push and move every single day, we're maxed out at like 3 miles a day to be able to move. So take 10 days to get there. We might have to take a break in between because too many days moving in a row, it does really wear us down. So and Silver Serpent, you were there. I think you warned me about it. That Stella person who was on here trying to buy her wedding dress, yeah, that was just her dumbass sister trying to harass us more. She keeps trying to force a face-to-face because she wants to do something. But tired of it. I'm just gonna file charges and just leave it alone. It's been 3 years and she's still harassing us, so enough is enough. She needs to grow up and get a life, get out of ours. But I had a feeling when that popped up, and I think you were the one that said it. Oh, that's a new profile made today. Yeah, should have known. The whole old lady routine just didn't fit right. I'm on Wi-Fi. My signal should be fine. It's probably because I have the wife's phone on. It's drawing off the Wi-Fi. That or the wind. The wind will do that sometimes. It messes with the wires and shakes the cable wires around, can make it go spotty for a minute. The stress has really been getting to me sometimes. It's gotten so bad I actually bummed a couple of cigarettes off him today, so that way I can calm a little bit. So yeah, it looks like the ride I was trying to negotiate to go west to the NCT isn't going to work out. So it's just got to do what we got to do. It is what it is. Met some amazing people though. Actually, I think it was yesterday. Met a cousin. I call everybody cousin who's a native, who's got native heritage. I think he said he was Comanche. He said he was mixed some, but he had Comanche in him mainly. Uh, Beautiful, beautiful husky dogs. If you see this, what's up, cuzzo? Um, Maybe one time you should come up the trail and hang out without the dogs, because our dogs aren't that psyched about hanging out with dogs. I can get them to calm down with people, but with dogs, they just don't like it. They're not aggressive. They want to bark and they want to go play, but they can't play with everybody. So it is what it is. Ooh. Oh, I'm tired today. We got hit with a wicked storm last night, just torrential downpour right at like 11 o'clock, and I was just falling asleep, and I heard it coming. I was like, oh no. The tarp wasn't set up right because we weren't expecting it. I was expecting it to be clear until today, and just a reminder, it doesn't matter what the weather forecast says, it doesn't matter what it looks like. When that sun goes down, the cold can come through for the night, and it can condense all that moisture in the air and just totally nail us. So can't stop yawning. It's a little chilly, but I didn't want to sit inside and do this. He's working on the cabin and stuff like that, so the drill and the impact wrench can make it echo in there pretty loud. So I figured hang out here, have a nice view. Nice feedback. But where's all my live stream people at, man? It says we got 7 now. 2 just popped in. Oh, man. Also watching my yawn on the replay on the wife's phone. I think it keeps making me yawn. But if anybody has any questions or anything like that, or if anybody even a few bucks on the donation would help, you could send it to the Modern Native one, not the Native 22. It's on the wife's, but it's just easier so that way I don't have to go into hers, send it to mine, this, that, and the other. So I'm actually happy we had a free trial for Amazon Prime. We had a free trial, and she did it through her phone number before her phone went off. So I was actually able to go in and cancel it today when they were going to charge us tonight. So thankfully, that's not going to come out of my Patreon money. I mean, it's only 25 bucks on my Patreon that I got sent, but I need every cent that I can out of that. So having that charge me out of nowhere was not going to be good. So I was able to cancel it, thankfully. So got all that funds to stay in my account. But pulled out more garbage today. Found a burnt up chair frame and some broken glass and a piece of sheet metal. The random things we find in the woods. And Chris was able to take care of that for me. He put it on his scrap pile and took care of the garbage, and Then on my way out, walking on the trail. Oh, my signal? Yeah, it could be. Because watching the replay on the wife's phone, it's not skipping or sketching or nothing. So I think my signal's fine. Like I said, I'm on the Wi-Fi, and I think you might be delayed slightly, so you might have to click the live thing, get it go current. Like I said, he gave me a couple of rollies, so I can de-stress a little bit. I've been smoking so few and far between. I bum a cigarette here and there if somebody has it when I'm feeling stressed like that, and been smoking so few and far between that it almost gives me like this nicotine high when I smoke a cigarette. But I have a bunch of videos set to upload periodically, um, and I've got a few more to set up, so you guys will still have stuff to watch. Hey, Swamp Rat, watching while you clean, multitasking. I'm just trying to do a little bit of fundraising, trying to give people an update, hang out with people, say hi to my live stream, hang out people, and hoping to get even a few bucks to get some more food. Because at this point, anything helps. Um, with all the bottles and cans, all that are all over the place, I wish I could collect them all and get them to return, but most of the time I've just been giving them to people who've been picking up the garbage. I think in total it's been like maybe $5, but hauling all of those empty bottles and cans around and then hauling it down to town, it's going to be a pain. I really haven't been. I've been trying to quit, trying to not bum cigarettes off people, but stress of it all. Just there'll be days where I can feel I'm grinding my teeth, and I don't have enough teeth to grind, so I need to not do that. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we'll be all right. Um, for anybody who is on or wants to be part of my Patreon, I'm going to be including things soon. Um, pretty much, if I have to resort to certain tactics to be able to survive, but I can't exactly put that on my YouTube, I will be including them as unlisted videos for my patrons so they can watch that. So they can see what I go to, the lengths I go to make sure that we survive all this. But I'm hoping not to get to that point because I really don't like breaking regulations. So, but when it comes down to it, I'll take the fine to survive, that kind of thing. Um, they'll have to wait to get paid, but if the skies are clear, we'll be watching it, definitely. We watched the moon every night. Last night it looked like it was pretty full. It was full and clear, and then it was like 2 hours later, downpour. Couldn't believe it. Had to restring up the tarp in the middle of the rain. So we took our extra tarps, covered everything, took that tarp down, turned it, and restrung it. Needed to do a big V to get it to drain, but the way the spot was, having a peak wasn't going to work, so we had to do a V. But it worked out. Phone's on 55%, but I can plug it in when I'm done, so not worried about it. Oh. Gonna try to hang out with you guys as long as I can. I got to get back before dark, but I'm charging up inside, and I had to turn the brightness down on the wife's phone so that way hers will last longer. Her battery's crap compared to mine. I'll be good for like 4 days with 50%, 5 days, 6 days, something like that. I can stretch it so far. But hers, she's got to charge it almost every day just to keep it on. Not to mention she plays games on her phone. We watch movies on her phone. So and thank you, Laura, for the donation. I see you drop me a few bucks. I definitely appreciate that. That'll help out. Anything helps at this point. It's one of those things like when before when somebody only had like $4 to send, that helps. Everything helps. So I definitely appreciate it. And Swamp Rat, thank you again a couple weeks ago when you sent that chunk of change for me. It definitely helped out. We were able to get some food. Hoping to get a couple of bags of flour, a couple of bags of sugar, and some coffee, some gravy packs for biscuits and gravy. We eat that a lot. It's easy. It's filling. It doesn't offer any protein, but we still have a few bags of beans, but we eat those here and there just because we're trying to stretch it, but also eating beans all the time, it messes with our stomachs, and definitely definitely does not bode well for us being in close proximity to each other and gassing each other out all the time. And if anybody wants to come up on panel, I mean, I can drop that. Some people like to come up on panel, hang out. So I'll drop that. Just got to show me you're actually who you are. With people wanting to screw with us and mess with us and just be dumbasses. I got to be careful. I don't want to deal with people, certain people. Well, Laura, if we're ever nearby, you can always come on out and I'll cook you a meal. I'm not sure which state you're in. Can't remember. I think you said it at one time. I make some bomb food on the fire. Like the wife even says it. See, that's the problem, Silver Serpent. We're always gassing each other out. Gotta we're cautious when we walk behind each other. And anytime we're near anybody, if you guys want to come out and hang out, feel free. You have a way to let me know that you're coming out. It'll be easier so I can expect you. The boys will bark and say hi and everything else, and it takes them a few minutes of seeing that I'm okay with the people that are coming around for them to be okay and chill out. But they're not aggressive. They're just loudmouths. Um, I think I got to go in and edit that one video I just uploaded. I have a ton of clips of hiking with the boys and talking to them when we're packing up. I was like, "You ready to go hiking? You ready to go hiking?" And they're woofing and barking at me like, "Yeah, Dad, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go." And to the person who just dropped that donation, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's going to help out too. Um, getting closer to what we need. Um, it's at the point like I don't have a goal necessarily. Pretty much and anything that I can get, it'll help because the more food I can get now, the farther and faster we can go, and I can get a better variety. Nightmare, that's right. Nightmare, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I thought I recognized the name. How you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Of course, obviously, I haven't been on live in a while, but you know. Oh, bam. I appreciate you guys. Just working. Got to make sure you have some fun too. I got to say, through this whole YouTube thing, I have met a ton of amazing people. Through the hiking, I've met a ton of amazing people, like Chris, his buddy Rick. If you're watching this, hey Rick. Um, uh, Indian Larry, I knew him from way back, so I've known him a long time. The guy Skip, the older gentleman, he's one awesome dude. Very, very nice, very uh, generous, definitely, um, and just an all around sweet guy. Tom and the hiking crew that he was with, they were cool guys. I've met a couple of cool hunters. I wish I got his name, but uh, the cousin there, the Comanche cousin, pretty sure he said Comanche. Oh yeah, and I don't think he's going to be on here because I don't think they. I think he said that they weren't really into YouTube and stuff like that. But uh, Doug Camper, Fort Camper, They're a Native American trading post. Him and his wife, they live off the land and they trap and grow and do all that. They've got a trading post with a bunch of Native American stuff. They're awesome people too. Oh yeah, I've read about that. There's this other thing. It's oh, I can't think of the name now, but it's those stalks that have the yellow seeds that come out of it, the yellow flowers. You crush up the yellow seeds and you get that powder and you throw it in the same thing. It does the same thing. They float to the surface, but it's technically illegal too. It's all these great ideas, but technically they're illegal. So, especially in New York, they don't like most of those methods because there's no way to control what fish are getting hit with that. So it's temporary, but still, it can cause a lot of damage. So it says we got 8 hanging out. Say hi. Let me know you're hanging out. Let me know who you are. Doing a live update while I've got Wi-Fi. Uploading and downloading and charging up at my buddy's place that he's working on. Chris, he's an awesome dude. He's been great. He picked me up and everything. And I appreciate the donations. Laura, Nightmare, definitely appreciate you guys. And anything anybody has definitely is appreciated. And I do have the wife's phone, so if anybody does send it to her Cash App, the Natives 22 is hers. I will see it pop up here, but I'll also see it pop up on mine, the Modern Native one. So I'll give you guys a shout, say thank you. You guys know I like to do that. And I am working on the list. It's mostly updated. There's a couple additions I need to add to the list, and I will be doing a huge, big thank you video for everybody who's helped us out. I'll probably have it filmed and ready for during this next stretch. I'm not going to be able to upload. I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I'll take the opportunity to go down the list and thank everybody who's donated, thank all the locals who helped me out, and just share my appreciation for everybody who's done so many things for us. So I may end up having you guys hang out and look at the view for a few minutes while I go up and use the porta-john. Oh, I'm doing the pee-pee dance. This cold wind blowing at me keeps sending shivers. Alrighty, Swamp Rat. You have a good one. And thanks again for that, by the way. And just let me know when you might be taking that road trip up. I'm excited to use the knife and that cart. So I'll be updating everybody on our location as we go. So, like I said, originally I wasn't releasing our location because I was just trying to avoid bullshit and drama, because there was people who have threatened us and they want to force a face-to-face, which is just stupid in my opinion. And so, but I don't care anymore. I've already put it out there that if you threaten me, I'm not going to take lightly to that. So I will defend us and do what we need to do to protect ourselves. That's survival. That's what it comes down to. So I'm not going to deal with petty drama and bullshit. If you want to come and attack us and be physical and start bullshit, I will do what I need to do. So I was originally just avoiding it, but now it's just at the point I want to share my location with you guys. I want you guys to know where we are, what we're doing, the trails we're on. So if anybody wants to come out and visit us who's actually a trail friend or a YouTube friend or whatever, you can feel free to come and hang out. But if you're someone from the past who wants to cause issues, just go and get your own life. Stay out of mine. Says we got 7 hanging out. 8. Well, I don't have many people on my Patreon, so, and I don't have members yet on YouTube. So, but like I said, I'm just not hiding it anymore. I'm not trying to be careful on what I say. I'm just going to let everybody know where we are, what we're doing, even if it's adjacently, and people can come and hang out and see us, because there's people who are locals and people who are nearby trails that we're going to be going through, and I want you guys to know where we are and what we're doing. Not to mention, it's also a safety thing. If you guys don't hear from me for like 2 weeks straight, I will figure out a way to get Wi-Fi before it's 2 weeks since the last time I uploaded. So if you guys don't hear from me for 2 weeks straight, there's people on here that know me, know where I am, so they can send out the search party to make sure we're okay. So it's my own safety checks kind of thing. I've got people that I message on Messenger. I've got people who text me when my texting works. There's a couple people who have Androids, so I can text them with Wi-Fi. But otherwise, I have them on my Facebook, so I can share and have the safety check so that way people know where we are and that we're okay. And if y'all don't hear from me for like 2 weeks, thanks, Nightmare. I appreciate that. I've only got 5 members now. Somebody had to drop off because they had financial trouble, but I'm hoping they'll be coming back soon. And I'm still doing my 50 patron giveaway when I get to 50. I will coordinate and get those gifts sent out. The handmade spear, the handmade hammer, and the little mallet, the stone tools. I still have those set for the giveaway. And everybody who has a walking stick coming to them, it will still be coming to you. It's just in storage right now to keep it safe. As soon as we can land down in Georgia and everything, I will be sending that out, or having that sent out, or coordinating it, or whatever else. Or when we have the vehicle and I'm doing my ultra through hike, when we come through New York, I'll have the wife go and grab all the stuff and get that organized. I know it's a little bit of a time away, but everybody will have their walking sticks and their gifts and everything else that they have coming to them by next year. We do have some gifts with us, small ones, and we have a few walking sticks that we're using. Like I said, when I put it across my shoulders, we have a few walking sticks that we're using, but there's 4 that can be sold. We have mine and the wife's, and then we have 4 more. 2 smaller ones that the wife actually uses for trekking poles most of the times, and then 2 bigger ones. So anybody who comes and hangs out or runs into us that and yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, Nightmare. My actual GPS location, I will be dropping that to my patrons. I will be doing steps along, and what I'll actually end up doing when we have service, make a walking stick with a built-in bowl. I've really been thinking about that, but hollowing out that whole thing, it'd have to be like almost like a cane topper, where the bowl is on the cane topper, and then you can just. But what I will be doing eventually, especially during my ultra through hike, my Patreon members, they will get my the Find My Phone, the Find Your Friends app thing. I will have that on there so that way they can actually watch me walk through the path, walk through the trail. And I thought that might be cool. So they can get like step by step. They know where I'm going. They know how I'm doing. And if my bubble stops moving for more than a couple of days, they'll be like, oh, what's wrong? Contact the wife, that kind of thing. Because she, at that point, when we're down in Georgia, well, Ohio, Georgia, Tennessee, whichever spot we stop at long enough, we'll be getting a vehicle so that way she can start leapfrogging me. I know that, Laura, but I still want to send you a gift. I want to send you a thank you for your help. Like I said, I appreciate everybody and everything and anything everybody does. So I do want to make sure that everybody gets that thank you. And like I said, my total appreciation giveaway too. My total appreciation gifts. It's not about, you know, making an exchange. You subscribe to me, you get a gift. No, it's if you're subscribed to me and you follow me and everything else, I want to show you my appreciation. So that's why I have that. But I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate your donations. I appreciate you, Nightmare. You guys have helped me out too. Both of you have helped me out a couple of times now, and I appreciate it. You've helped us get quite a bit of food actually in the past. I'm not even trying to raise funds to keep our phones on anymore. My priority is food. I spent the Cynthia Prince. Why do I not recognize that name? Well, we're in New York, so we're still in New York. We're working our way though. I know. So do I. Nightmare. I want to reach our destination. We have until January to get to Georgia for the world's largest pizza party and the world's largest pizza. So we do have a little bit more time than I thought, but we still got to get out of New York before winter. Part of me is like, you know, when the snow hits, it will be easier because I can make the dog sled. You know, a two-member dog sled. They can pull the gear. I can still have a pack on my back. They're tough, strong boys, so they'll pull it, and they want to. Because when there's just tension on the leash, they want to just keep pulling. I've got to actually give them a tug. I got to loosen it, tug to get them to slow down. If they've just got that tension, they want to just pull. So they are going to do great as a dog sled team. And they have gotten really good with running shoulder to shoulder the whole way. They lean on each other and just move. They hop logs together. They are a great team. So they will do great. Yeah, I feel like I remember Cynthia Prince from before, but at the same time, I don't remember. But thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm doing an update on stuff and trying to do some fundraising so I can get some food. Got a couple of donations, which I appreciate. That'll help us out greatly. But I'm still going to be doing this for a little bit longer. I keep checking the wife's phone to see if there's a Cash App there. Yeah, I was going to say, I was pretty sure it's been a while. I have another Cynthia Swearington, and whenever I see your name pop up, I always think Silver Serpent. My dogs wouldn't pull anything but a corn dog off a stick. See, my boys, they're workhorses. They want to work. They want to hike. They want to make mileage. That's why I know when I'm doing my ultra through hike and I got them with me, I'll be able to do 60 miles a day. Easy. Although Has anybody seen the movie Dog with Channing Tatum? I swear, at the end of that movie, when they got to run 100 clicks in like 6 hours, and the dog just walks, sits, and then just lays down. I know there's going to be a time where Creature does that to me. See, Monster's got a ton of energy, and so does Creature, but I don't know. I think Creature just gets tired sometimes because whenever I tell him to stop and sit on the trail and wait for Mom to come up, they'll Creature will be like, "Oh, okay," and he just lays down like, "I'm good, Dad. I'll take a nap real quick." Monster's like, "But Dad, I want to go. I want to go. Let's go. Let's forget her. Let's go." So I know he's gonna be the power horse. He's gonna really pull that weight, and Creature's just gonna keep it moving. But whenever they get tired or whatever else, I'll put on a harness and pull the sled. It'll just be easier if I can have a drag sled. So I'm actually kind of hoping for the snow to hit early, but at the same time, that'll make other things harder, collecting firewood and everything else. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm sending it to my Cash App. My Patreon money is already on my Cash App, so I'm sending it to that. So that way I can just use one card. But thank you. That'll definitely help out. There we go. And put some coffee grounds in their breakfast. Something I've actually been doing is I've been putting warm water into their breakfast on moving days, so that way they can get some extra moisture. I don't know what it is. Creature doesn't like to drink. Like, we've got that big bucket of his. Dad will last him like 4 days, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But Monster, he that coffee can that we use for his, he will drink through that in a sitting. So he'll go through 4 times as much water as Creature, but they're doing the same stuff. Creature's got much higher energy in bursts, but I don't know. I think it's just a size thing. Monster's much bigger. He's got a lot more. He's got a lot more to him. So I think he just burns through it. Plus, he's a heavy panter. The second he knows we're gonna start hiking, he's excited about going, and I'm like, "Geez, boy, calm down. You're gonna pop your heart. You give me anxiety." Thank you, Nightmare, for sharing my links. I appreciate you. So I'm gonna have you guys watch the view for a minute. You can talk amongst yourselves, obviously, and hang out. I will be right back. I gotta go use the porta john. Oh, chilling me. I'm back. Whew. Yes, there's a ton of crappie in there, and there's pike, there's bass, there's a ton of stuff in that lake. Ooh, my weather app just said something about snow forecast. And back teeth were floating. Yeah. That's pretty much what was going on. Oh. So it says we got 9 hanging out. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being patient while I went and stopped drowning. Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff flying by my face. I got whacked in the side of the face with a leaf earlier. Came out of nowhere. Bird a bird, bird a bird. Welcome back, squirrel. Thanks for hanging out. Oh. You had any good magnet fishing finds? I haven't been able to keep up on anybody's channel. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that I can see the eclipse tomorrow or tonight. I'll have to see what time it's actually supposed to be for us and stay up or just get up early. Do you know what time, roughly? See, now you've already got the info. I can ask you. Smoke another roll weed from my bud. He's a cool dude. And because I had enough so far, I'm going to throw him $5 in gas so that way I can go down to the goods store, down to Dollar General, because they've got more stuff and everything. Oh, nice. Roller skate, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Huh. I'll probably be up. But it'll be worth the $5 I got to throw him to be able to go down to the Dollar General, because the store up here, it just absolutely sucks. It's expensive. It doesn't have a good selection. So even though it's going to cost me like $5, I can still go down and get better stuff, more stuff, and it'll last longer. So but I'm happy my audio is coming in clear enough. I had to turn the phone a little bit so that way it wasn't catching the wind as bad. The wind up at camp, though, it does have me a little bit worried because I'm not there. I've got a sinking feeling that I'm going to go back and the tarps are going to be torn. There's one thing I'm worried about is our tarps are kind of ragged. We've been using them for 2 years, so they're a little ragged. The one corner on the one tarp got torn off already. The main tarp that we use has a bunch of little pinprick holes in it, so water kind of leaks through if it's not pulled tight enough. So they're just asking to be torn apart. What you might be hearing is him working on the cabin. I'm hanging out with him while he's doing work on the cabin. He's building it for a buddy, or finishing it for a buddy. So. Oh, nice. I like horseshoe nails. I actually made a necklace. It was a cross using horseshoe nails and wrapped it in wire. It came out real nice. I think it's in storage. I didn't bring much much jewelry with me except for what I was wearing. My the buck necklace she's got, my feather, my maiden chain. I do still have the arrowhead that I got from Smokeout 420, but it kept wanting to break off, and I didn't want to lose it, so it's safe in a bag. I appreciate the donations, everybody. It's going to really help out. Like I said, anything helps, and that's going to help me a great deal. Alrighty, Cynthia. Again, thank you, and you have a good one. And we'll stay safe. Always do. You're a nice squirrel. Whenever you find a good find like that on a live stream, it's always nice. Oh yeah, the wind picked up. Am I still coming through clear though? You can see the trees going nuts behind me. Bird. That gust comes across just right, hits me in the back of my neck. Damn, dropped down to 6, had 9 a second ago. One of them is the wife, of course, but, well, the wife's phone. I want to stick around for a while, but I do have to get the phones back inside, charge them up. Oh, nice. Teeth to a front end loader? That must have been a heavy pull. I mean, I'm sure I could make a wagon out of a 50-gallon drum. That's why I'm thinking about making a drag sled, a dog sled, but kind of need snow for that. But the swamp rat, he said he's going to be working on my two-wheeled hiking cart. Oh, nice. He's going to be making a two-wheeled hiking cart, and he's going to take a road trip up to bring it to us. That'll help us cover mileage a lot better, because then I can make one trip up, pulling most of it. I'll have a bag on my back, pull the cart, and if it's got some big fat tires on it, it'll cover the distance and everything a lot easier. And be able to make a lot more mileage, because the problem is, if I'm going 3 miles up, 3 miles back, that's 6 miles. I can do that in about an hour. Now, that's even with a load. But that's an hour per trip. And if I've got 6 trips to make, That's 6 hours, and at some point I have to take a break in between because all the back and forth and all the heavy lifting. So if I'm able to break it down into 2 trips, that means that I'd be able to go 3 times as far. So then I'd be able to do 9 miles a day. And I know that's not much, but I'd be able to build up to go, 10 miles a day, 12 miles a day, 15 miles a day. Because I can cover 30 miles in a day. So if I can do that, actually I can do 40, 50, depending on how I'm moving. So, and how the terrain is. Some parts of these trails, though, they make me worried because the footpath is only like that wide on a hill that's like this. So you got to like kind of walk sideways. And if I've got a 180-pound pack on my back, one small jostle the wrong way and that weight shifts, it wants to pull me over. And that's going to be one hell of an accident, not to mention the amount of stuff that's going to get destroyed from it. So honestly, I just need a team. I need like 4 people hiking with me. Get all our shit there. So I had 4 people with us. I had a pack, the dogs. Wife had her small pack, and then could break up the packs with 4 other people. We'd be able to just blow through. So I'm about to create a roving village of nomads. It's honestly what I'm hoping for on my ultra through hike is to kind of have like a rotating group of people who just want to hike it with me, because I doubt many people are going to want to do 35 miles a day every single day, but I could probably rotate a good group of people in and out. And I'm hoping, Laura, I'm hoping we can get some people to get interested in that. It'd be a lot of fun. So since we got 9 hanging out, appreciate everybody being here. Feel like there's quite a few people who've been hanging out who haven't said hi. So if you're creeping in the background, say hi if you can. I'm not on the trail right this minute. I'm at my buddy's place. He picked me up. But we're on the NPT, and we're heading towards, it's called the Silver Lake Lean-To. Like I said, we haven't made a ton of mileage, and actually if we got dropped off where we are now, we would have been able to make much more mileage. We would be at Silver Lake already, easily. But we got dropped off at a trailhead that we knew. We didn't know about the next one, and that would have cut off 7 miles, and that was the whole 7 miles that we've crossed in the last month. But it's a work in progress with being able to make mileage faster and doing more. Sometimes the weather's gotten in our way. We've also waited extra days at certain places so that way I can get down into town. I can meet up with people, that kind of thing. So that way we can get some help. Fortunately, it's one of those, it's a double-edged sword. The longer we wait around, the more supplies we go through. But if we took off and went too far out, I wouldn't be able to go and get supplies. So it's figuring out the pattern of how we need to do it. But we've just about got it down. Honestly, if I had two more big hiking bags, it would make it so much easier because I could put all of the light stuff in the wife's hiking bag, because even though it would be big, it would be super light and she could carry it. Then I could put the rest of the stuff that's not in my big hiking bag in the other big hiking bag. So then I could just take 2 trips up, and probably on the second trip, I'd be able to take her and the boys up. And so then we'd be able to move everything in just 2 trips rather than 6, 7. But I'm excited. Gonna go down and get some sausage gravy mix, flour and sugar, another coffee. I wonder if they have dried milk in Dollar General. We use dried milk for creamer and for baking and cooking and stuff. We have 1 sleeping bag, but we use blankets. We've got 3 wool blankets, 3 microfibers, and actually, I think technically 4 microfibers. We use 2 small ones for pillows, and then we cover with the rest. And we put if we're laying on the ground, we put the sleeping bag down, put all the blankets on that, and we sleep on top of the sleeping bag. We just lay it open so we can lay on it, because the outside shell is waterproof. So even if the ground is damp, we put a tarp down, put the sleeping bag down, lay the blankets down, and then crawl into that and cuddle. The dogs cuddle us around, and Monster usually gets covered and gets underneath the sleeping, underneath the. Oh, it is not a picnic. Trust me. Thanks for being here, JKS and Anna. Yeah. So Anna, it says your channel was created today. So that always sketches me out, because I've got people that like to harass me. Yeah. 8-pound blue catfish. Nice. But I'm just doing an update, a live update, and I'm doing some fundraising, try to get some food. I've gotten a couple of donations, 3 donations, and it's going to help us out. I'm still trying to get a few more before I head down to the store later, and then head back up to the trail. But yeah, we hit 11. That's nice. Yeah, Nightmare's always right on that. He always lets me know when it's a new account. And actually, you were the one, Nightmare, that told me about Stella. No, you're fine as long as you're, not Stephanie. She has been making new accounts on new accounts on new accounts just to be able to harass us. But yeah, Nightmare, you remember that Stella person? You had warned me that it was a new account too? Yeah, that turned out to be her sister just trying to harass us and pull our chain and blow smoke up our ass. So that's that's all we're worried about. And it's not really worried, it's just annoying. she needs to get a life and get out of ours. But actually, you're a supporter. I definitely appreciate it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Nightmare. But and it's definitely nice that I know you do that for me, because if I don't have the wife's phone like I do right now, I can't click in and go and check that kind of thing. So, I keep checking her Cash App on her phone, and mine should give me a notification. If not, I'll see it when I go back in. Which is weird. It doesn't always give me a notification for some reason. My PayPal did, so I was able to thank the two people who donated to my PayPal. My Cash App is the Modern Native one. The wife's is the Native 22. So I'll be able to get that notification over here. And Anna, it was my wife's sister. She likes to harass us because she's not happy with her life and she wants to try to make us miserable, but it's just really annoying and childish. So it's just one of those things. That's a good moment to say thank you to my patrons. I was actually thinking about that. There is a local magazine or a regional magazine, and they did a story. Well, they included me in a story at one point, so I might end up reaching out to them to see if they'll do another one. And I'm not sure how to spin it to actually get a local news or the regional news to actually get interested. But do I find any greens like fresh, edibles, fresh growing green edibles? Not much now. It's fall, so everything is kind of dead. We had found some ghost pipe. That's a nice plant to add to a tincture. Yeah, it's all right, Nightmare. You got to deal with childish people sometimes, especially when it comes from people from your past. But that's what you called it right when you said it. When you said the Stella account seemed like a fake. But that's been removed from my channel anyway, so they can't comment. But I appreciate Anna. I appreciate that you like watching. I got to do more cooking videos, but I haven't had like any good meals or anything to actually cook and show. So most recent one I did actually was on a video I'm uploading. I uploaded today. It'll be released next week. I've got it staged out all the way to like the 12th now. Chris's buddy Rick, he gave me a donation. I was able to go down and get a little pack of hamburger and some hamburger helper. And made a nice meal. I'll do those nice, I call them morale boosters, when you get a donation and the supplies are okay. I will get one of those morale boost meals so that way we can get a good real protein and kind of bulk up before a big move. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm going to get, like I said, I'm going to get the 2 bags of flour, 2 bags of sugar, coffee. I'm going to try to find some dry milk, and I'm going to get a protein for us to eat tonight, maybe tomorrow, because we're going to move the next day, and that's a big move. It's going to be like 3 miles. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but like I said, that's 3 miles times 2 times 6, and there you go, 36 miles in a day. So that's why when people are like, oh, you can't do the ultra through hike in 1 year, that's 7,000 miles, you can't do that in 200 days. Yeah, I can do 35 miles a day, even heavy, even hard. I can do it. And if I am not actually carrying gear during the ultra through hike, easy peasy. I will have 60, 70 mile days and just blast that mileage out. So mine says 10 still hanging out. On here it says 9. But who knows? But I appreciate everybody hanging out. Oh yeah, I was going to say that now is a good time for me to thank my patrons. Farmer Jack, Cynthia, D-Man, Pat, and one anonymous. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your continued reoccurring support. It's a monthly subscription that gets charged on the first. I'm thinking about switching it so that way people can get charged when they join, and that's when they'll get charged the next month, because not everybody has money on the first. So I think that's part of the reason why fewer people have joined Patreon. But I put up exclusive behind the scenes, unlisted videos, tips, updates, pictures, things like that on there, so that way people can get a little more out of it than just what's on YouTube. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody who's donated. Nightmare, Laura, Cynthia, thank you again. Thank you for your donations. It's going to help us get some food. And I'm going to drop my code word. Oh, okay. Now, which one would that be? Code word this time, I'm going to call it lake. If you are watching on the replay and you are watching on the replay and you watched it along to this point and you caught the code word, put it down in the comment section, lake. Let me know you are a replay champion. Thank you. But which grandma are you talking about? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, my pie came out better than Mrs. Native's. She didn't want me to film it. She tried to make a sweet potato pie, but she didn't boil it down enough to make it thick enough. I think she was missing a couple ingredients anyway, and it just came out very soft and mushy. But my fruit pie came out just awesome. See, I don't know Grandma Annie. I will have to ask her when I get back to camp. That's where screenshots are a beautiful thing. As I said, I'll ask her when I get back to camp. Oh, my back is killing me today. Still haven't recovered from that move. See, neither of us can figure it out why that move was so hard. It was like maybe a mile and a half. It was the 2 creek crossings, but it just hurt. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give this just a little bit more. Sounds like he might be wrapping up soon anyway, so he'll be ready to chill out for a minute and get going to the store. I was hoping to get a couple more donations. I don't see anything on her Cash App. Nothing's popped up on my stuff. So I'm hoping, give it a little bit more time. Maybe somebody will come in. Somebody will want to drop a donation, help us out, help us get some food. And I will. I'll say hi for you. And I'll be able to show her the chat. I've been taking screenshots of it for her. Says we still have 8 hanging out. I had somebody say that they were going to sponsor some boots for me. And Laura, you know it's my replay champions. You got to wait until you watch it on the replay and put it in the comment section. Other than being short on food and not able to make mileage as fast as we want to, we're doing okay. We do have a couple of winter jackets now. My aunt donated a couple of those for us. We've got gloves and we've got hats, so we'll be okay for the winter. Because I don't think we're making it out of New York before the snow hits. Thanks, Nightmare. Thank you again for donating. Thank you again for hanging out and watching out for us. I definitely appreciate you. You have a good one. Enjoy your lunch. My boys are beautiful. They're very good boys. Mouthy. They've got to learn not to bark like nutbags every time somebody goes by. The hunters, I understand. They're not big fans of guns, hats, or orange. Now, I know dogs are colorblind, but they don't like the color orange. Oh, yeah, they're absolute love bugs. They go nuts all day when I'm not there. Every sound, every leaf. Oh, is Dad back? But that's why they come first. They're our number one, always. That's why my phone's off and we couldn't pay our phone bills because the money I had that could have paid for it, I had to use to get dog food. They're our first priority. We still have about 20 pounds worth of dog food, so I don't think I need to get any this time. Um, but I might just to be sure. It's going to cut into the food that we can get, but like I said, they come first. Although I know they'll take down a deer. If I were to run them out after a deer, they'd take it down. But hey, then I'm not hunting it. My dog's got it. I wonder if that's a loophole. I wonder if I can say that. Oh, I didn't hunt it. Oh, sir, I didn't hunt anything. My dog's got a deer. And I love the one video I just uploaded. It's not live yet. Um, we did a creek crossing, and Creature actually hops on the rocks just like I do. So he he went into the water and he was, oh shit, that's cold, that's deep, and he hopped up on the rocks and started hopping around. Well, see, Silver Serpent, I feel like that's a gray area because they've already gotten rodents. Creature will literally stalk mice when he sees them running in and out of logs. He'll sit there and he'll wait behind a tree, just watching, and then pounce when one goes by. So I mean, you can't really find me for them hunting rodents or squirrels or birds. So, I mean, a deer wouldn't be that much different if it happens to walk into camp and gets taken down by my dog. It's just animals on animals. It wasn't hunting. I didn't train them to do it. They want to do it. They smell the deers going by or see them at a distance, and they try to run right off their lines. Like, Dad, I'll go get it. I'll go get it. I remember when you fed us venison. I'll go get some. Creature loves raw venison. Monster, it has to be cooked. He is such a big baby. He won't eat the raw meat. It's got to be cooked a little bit, or I got to make it in the jerky. He's literally looked at it like, Dad, you gonna cook that for me? Yeah, their instinct is wide open hiking and camping. Yep. And I wish I could trust them to be off leash, but A, with hunters, I don't trust that. Monster looks like a bear. B, Creature has a very wild spirit, and he will go and hunt and chase anything that he smells, and he will be gone for a while. He comes back, but he has covered 84 acres twice in like 3 hours. So that is not something that I can just Yeah. Jack Russell that likes raw fish when you fillet them. Nice. I think I'm going to keep this on until the 2-hour mark. It's another 12 minutes. Hoping someone comes in, drops another donation. It'd help us out. Let's see. 25, 25, 20, 10. Nice. That's not bad. I'll be able to get a good chunk of food with that. So it says we got 8 hanging out. Silver Serpent, Annie, Laura, I think, is still hanging out. Who else is out here? At least 4 people. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. Scrolling across the bottom in the description, if you have Cash App, you can donate directly through the Modern Native Cash App. It's right in the description and scrolling across the bottom. Also, I have PayPal. The link is in the description of the video, and it's scrolling across right now across the bottom. And I'll get a notification that'll pop up on either of the phones, depending on which one you donate through. Anything helps. I've had people donate cash in person. I've had people donate food. I've had people on here donate. It all helps. Oh yeah. Wow, my back, man. At least once I get dropped off, it'll be a short hike. Not that far from the trailhead. At least not for me. The one time he dropped me off, it was like 7 o'clock at night, and I had to hike for 2 hours to get to where we were. Burr to burr. Gonna stretch out for a second. Oh. It's getting just a little bit chilly. Get a Hershey. Thanks, Skype Guy. You talking about getting a Hershey bar? I've got to be really selective with what we get. I got to try to make everything last as far as possible. I have like literally every cent counts. I appreciate that, Annie. I'm going to be going to the store here and probably in the next hour or so, depending on how long until he's done. And I won't have Wi-Fi once I leave here, so I won't know unless it's done before then. not a big fan of rollies, but beggars can't be choosers, and it's just helping me reduce some stress. This is the closest thing I get to like a day off. Mrs. Native should be boiling up some beans, because I didn't know if I would have any donations, and I didn't know if I would catch the Prime free trial before it charged me, so I didn't know if I'd even have any money. So she was boiling up beans so that way we can have that. Hershey bars are good for breakfast. Honestly, I really want to get stuff for s'mores, but that's like, shit. That's like $3 or $4 for the marshmallows. That's $3 or $4 for the chocolate, and then that's like $2 or $3 for the graham crackers. That's like $10 just to make s'mores. The wife's been like, "Man, we've been camping this whole time and we haven't made s'mores." I know. That's a huge morale boost right there. And I can use marshmallows to make sweets. I can make a raisin marshmallow graham cracker pie. I don't know. I get creative. I mean, I made raisin hooch. Yeah, Nutella is expensive though. Like, really expensive. And I make my own bread. I've made flatbread, biscuits, tortillas. I make a ton of different stuff as long as I have the flour. I get peanut butter when I can, but we kind of go through that a little fast. Sit there and just eat spoonfuls of it when my sugar crashes. I'm hypoglycemic, so sometimes hiking, doing all these loads, be like 3 loads in, and I'll realize raisin hooch. It's like raisin wine. What I did is I boiled up some raisins, some sugar, and made it into like a sweet syrup. And then I poured that into some warm water and put in some yeast. And then I capped it and made hooch. We both have kidney stones, and they're kind of reoccurring. So drinking a little bit of alcohol here and there helps break it up. So the stones will pass easier and it doesn't hurt as bad. Because if her stones build up too much, it can cause a kidney infection. So mine too, but I've passed so many stones that I'm kind of used to it. I've got a few more minutes that I can hang out. It says we got 10 now. Trying to push out those last few minutes, waiting for possible donations to come through so I can say thank you on the live stream. But I got to get the phones back in so that way I can charge them up. She's on 62 and I'm like 30%. So my phone's gone down a bit, but it's streaming. So it'll do that. And unfortunately, with PayPal, to get it onto my Cash App card, it's going to take like, I don't know, probably like $1, but it's not bad. I was hoping we were going to be able to get that ride. Nice to meet you too, Annie. I was hoping we were going to be able to get that ride to the NCT, but I didn't even get a response, so it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate everybody hanging out. This was a nice live stream. Chilly on my end, but it was nice. There, give you guys a little bit more of the view for the last couple of minutes. This is going to be my last time at the Wi-Fi. I'm not going to be able to come down tomorrow. I've got to reorganize and pack up camp. Got some sewing that needs to be done because you said it was this one. There. Come on. There. I got a hole in my shirt. The wife has a hole in her flannel. What do you mean, Annie? Like through the mail? Because we don't have a mailing address. PayPal charges me to get it sent to my account instantly, so that way I can pay with one card. When we get closer to Pasico, New York, I'm going to see if there's a way people can send stuff through the mail to the Pasico post office to see if they can get it directly and hold on to it, and I can pick it up. That might be the only option to get things through the mail right now. But yeah, PayPal charges to get it sent to my account immediately, other than waiting a day to get it. I do have my PayPal card, but then I'd have to charge with 2 cards, and some places don't let me do that, and then I have to break up the thing, and it's a headache. But yeah, Annie, that's why I do the donations directly. It's just easier, so that way when I can get down to the store, I can get it. But I had somebody who said that they wanted to send me a big hiking bag. All right, Silver Serpent, you have a good one. Because I need a couple of big hiking bags, and I'm hoping that they'll send it when I get up to Seco. But that's like a week away. Then I'll have to find Wi-Fi up there, update everybody, let everybody know, figure out if I can send it that way, if people can send it that way. And unfortunately, hoping it won't take 2 weeks to get there, so that way we're not waiting around, because we only plan on being there for about a week, 3 days before Pasico, 3 days after. But I'm at my 2 hours, and I'm gonna have to get going here. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for your donations. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thank you to my patrons again. Farmer Jack, Cynthia, D-Man50, Pat, and one anonymous. Definitely appreciate you guys. But like I said, Annie, if you are able to do something through PayPal or Cash App or whatever, I'd appreciate it if you could try to send that soonish. And I know that sounds like pushy, but I'm not going to be able to use it for another week or so. And I'm trying to get as much as we can right now, so that way we can push through and we won't run out of anything before we get up there. It's probably going to be a week, 2 weeks, something like that, before we're at the next spot. All right, Squirrel, thank you. You have a good one, bro. And like I always say, until next time, remember to get out there, be a native, and go beast.